everyone, I'm Chelsea from the Allen County Public Library, and for this video I'm going to be showing you how to make some origami ornaments. We traditionally have a ornament class here at the library, but this year we're going to bring it to you from the internet. So for this video's purposes, we'll be showing you how to make these origami ornaments like this, and also this 8-pointed star like this. And if you want to get a kit to make these at home, we have a few available at the front desk here at the library, and in that kit you're going to get a little cardstock piece to go on the back of your star, and then we have 4 sheets of origami paper. So you'll have, I think, 2 of the gold and 2 of a printed paper like this, and you can do with that whatever you want. You can make your 3D one like this out of your construction paper, the colored paper, and your star out of the gold, whichever, and there's enough to either do 2 of these or 1 of these and 2 of the stars. So whatever you want to do, that's up to you. If you prefer one over the other, you can do that as well. But I'm going to show you how to make both. So if you're ready, let's get started. Okay, so to start making our ornaments, we're going to start with a origami square base for both ornaments. So what you're going to do is you're going to take one of your squares, which I'm going to start with the 8-pointed star, but either way you're going to start this way. So you're going to take your square, and we are going to start by folding it in half, which I've already done, so I'm just going to kind of show you, go through the motions. You'll fold it in half, and you want to be pretty precise in how you fold it. You don't want to be a little off at this stage, because it's just going to make things not as perfect in the end, which it's okay if you don't get it right, especially if you're a beginner, because I mean, that's what crafting and learning things is all about. You try, you make mistakes, and you get better as you go. But at this stage, well, pretty much the whole time, you want to be as precise with your folds as you can be. So we're going to start with 1/2 fold, and you'll open that back up, and on the other direction you'll fold it in half, which I've already got these creased like I said. So you'll have 4 sections here, and then we're going to fold diagonally, and we'll open that back up and fold the opposite diagonal. Okay, so now that we have our creases, we're going to make our square. So you can kind of see here in your fold that you have a square here, and that's the square we want to keep on this side and the opposite side. So we want to take this corner and fold it in. And you've already got those creases, so you should not have too much difficulty in getting that to fold in. And you're also going to take the opposite side, push that in, and fold. So now we have our square, which is our base for both, and you can go ahead and make all of your squares if you want to, or just continue on. We're going to make the 8-pointed square again, like I said. So with your open edges facing you, we're going to take one corner, and we're going to fold it inward along the center line. So take your time in getting that as close to perfect as you can, which mine is not going to be as perfect, but it'll be okay. So we folded one in, and we're going to take the other side and fold it in. Okay, so we've kind of got a little kite shape here, and we're going to fold the tip here back along the line that we've created with the top of our folds. We're going to fold this back on it. Kind of keep your point with that center line there. If you can see the point with our center line here. We're going to kind of press that as good as we can because we're going to kind of fold these inside out. So unfold those folds. We're going to take that bottom of the square and we're going to lift it up along the center line that we created right here. Kind of keep that there and fold these flaps inward. It'll look like this. And then we're going to flip it over and do the same to the opposite side. So we're going to take the right side in and fold it along our previous center crease that you can kind of see. You can't see on the camera, but you should be able to see it in front of you as you're folding. So just one side, and then we're going to do the left side. And then lastly, we're going to take that top triangle here and fold backwards along that line that we had there. So again, we're going to fold backwards. And then we'll do the same as before. We'll open the flaps that we just created and then open the tip of the square that we had and fold it back on itself along the center line here. Put your finger there if that helps. Use your thumb to kind of turn those creases backwards and then fold in. And this is the bird base. So this is what you would use if you were going to do a swan, which is kind of the basic fold for origami. A lot of people learn is how to make the swan. So this would be where your base for that project. But we're going to continue working on this and make our 8-pointed square or star. So we're going to take the top and fold it down. It looks like this. I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing. Fold that down. Now we have a kite shape again. Okay. And then this is a tricky part, so I'm going to show you how to do this, but take your time. Don't get frustrated. This is a hard part. It takes me a second every time I do it. Okay, so this is where you are going to sink the tip, which is, this is the tip, and we're going to turn, it's pointed outward, and we're wanting it to go in. So you're going to open your fold up. So we have this like 4-pointed star kind of going on right here, and you can see where it was folded before, but you can kind of fold those corners down. And there's a square here. And we want these diagonals to go inward instead of upward. So I'm going to kind of fold along those diagonals again, just a little. Try not to totally undo these little points here, but it's okay if you do. Fold it in a little bit. Okay, so we've got this square here. I'm just going to kind of use my fingers, push it down, and these sides should come together like this, almost like an accordion. You're kind of pushing it together, and there it is. Kind of make sure your creases are still there. You haven't messed them up too bad. Okay. Okay. So now we have a little ice cream cone here. We've sunk the tip, which is what we wanted, and this is what it looks like from the top view. Okay? So here is where we are going to fold this triangle tip up, and what we're going to do is a little more than halfway up we're going to fold. So we want a little bit of a tip to hang off the top, like you can see there. We're going to fold it like that. Then we're going to flip it over and do the same thing. and you're just going to want your tips to kind of all line up together so you're not wonky and have different levels sticking out. So they're kind of equal. Okay, and then we're going to open it up and do the same to these. If you see what I did there, so we had it like this, and I'm going to open this side and this side so that we can do these tips. So we're going to fold those up along the same lines there, like so. We'll flip it over and we'll fold it up. Now we have like a little hat looking shape. Okay, so we have our little hat here, and we're going to take this bottom corner and we're going to fold it up. So we want it to kind of line up almost with that center line as much as we can, but also have that corner or that fold along the corner. So mine's not exactly along that center line. That'll be okay. I'm gonna do it on the other side. Fold it in. Like that. I'm gonna turn on the other side and do the same thing. Fold it in. So you want to crease from the corner down. Just fold straight up as close to that center line as you can get. Mine's not exactly in the center. I'm sure that has to do with my folds aren't exactly perfect, but it is what it is. So, and then we'll do kind of like we did before, and we're going to open up the other sides that we haven't got to yet. And we're going to fold up. Do the same on this side. Turn to the other side. Fold it up. And then we open our four-pointed or eight-pointed star, and there it is. So I have included some glue dots in your kit, which I think will help it kind of stay down. So you can use some of those to just kind of tuck in there to hold your paper down so that it doesn't come loose, which the top folds will be fine, but just kind of down there at the bottom I think is good to have it secure. And another option that you have here, you can fold this back square. So you have this square, you can fold it a little bit backwards on itself, just a little bit, and not even make a real true fold, but it kind of gives it a neat 3D effect and also hides that square so that you have more of the 8-pointed look than you do a 4-pointed star on a square background. So that I'm going to show you this so you have that option. Just kind of fold it, press it back a little. It's not even a true fold, I don't think. The last side. So now it kind of has a more true 8-pointed look. And also included in your kit is a piece of cardstock that looks like this. If you folded back that portion of your star, you might want to trim this just a little bit, but this is to use if you want to make it an ornament. So it has the hole so you can thread some ribbon or some yarn or whatever you have, a hook, put it on there, and you'll use another glue dot to stick in the middle and paste to the back so that you can hang it from your tree like so and have a really beautiful, unique ornament for your Christmas tree. All right, so now we are going to make our 3D ornament here. And what we're going to start with again is our origami square, which I've gone ahead and folded, because we've already gone over how to do that earlier in the video. And we are going to turn it so that the creased side is facing us. And what I'm going to do is take the right corner, top corner here, and fold it in like we had in the previous portion of the video. We're going to fold it along that center line here, okay? And I've already pressed this one once, so it's going to be easy for me. It might take you a second, so don't worry if I'm going faster than you can. So you can just pause the video. And then I'm going to take the opposite corner and do the same. Fold it in like that. And I'm going to take the, fold it, turn it to the other side, and do the same thing and fold it inward along the center line, the center crease that you should be able to see in front of you. And I'll do the same here. So again, we have a kite shape here, but what we're gonna do is cut this top triangle off. So we'll use this line here as our guide, and we will cut that off. Okay, so putting those scraps to the side here, and then we're gonna open it up. So you have a diamond shape in front of you, like a real Zales K jewelry diamond. Okay, so now we're gonna take this right section here and fold it in like this. So you're gonna take, kind of do like a sinking the point kind of thing. You're going to take this point right here and sink it in. If you were using your gold paper here, it's a little harder to move those creases from the inside out, so take your time with that. But it's a little easier with this origami paper. And we'll take the other side, and again, we'll take this edge here, pull it inside and fold down. So now we've taken that diamond shape and we've turned it back into a triangle here. And we're going to turn it around and do the same thing. I'm going to take this corner, this edge, I'm going to turn it inward. I'm going to take this edge and turn it inward. So now we have a triangle shape here, but inside you have another accordion looking thing. So we have 3 folds inward on this side and 3 folds inward on this side. Okay. Okay, so now with the opening facing you, so it's towards your body, we're gonna take this top corner and fold it upward along the center line here. Like that. So you've taken the corner and folded it upward. And then we're going to take the opposite corner and do the same thing. Fold it upward along that center line there. And it'll look like this. Okay. So now we're going to flip to the other side and do the same thing. Take one corner, flip it up along the center line. Take the opposite corner, put it up along the center line. Looks like that. And then we are going to open it so that we have 2 fresh corners. So we're not just flipping it over. We're gonna go, so if you were to flip it, you could flip 1 and then 2. So we have a fresh triangle that we're working on. No folds on it. And we're gonna take this corner, just like before, pull it up along the center line and fold. Do the same on the other side. Like this. And then we'll flip it over and do the same thing again. Alrighty, so now we are ready to open this back up. So kind of gently unfold these little folds because we don't want to rip our paper. Go around and unfold. I think there's 8 maybe of those little folds. And then we will open the full thing up like this. And now we're going to take these folds that we've had and we're going to turn them inward just a little bit. Just kind of press along that crease, and we're going to do that to all of them. So we'll take this point and we'll fold it in, press along the crease, take the point, fold it inward, press along that crease, and we'll do that all the way around, because these will be the tabs that we will use to glue to our other portion of the ornament. Last one here. So once you have that done, kind of looks like this. Once you have that done, you're going to do this again to another sheet of paper. You can do it to the gold sheet and have a mix and match, or you can do it to the same one, either way. But once you get that done, make a second one and we'll be ready to attach them together. All right, so I now have both parts of my 3D ornament, and I have included on your supply list that you'll need to provide a needle and thread, and that is if you want to turn this into a proper hanging ornament. So I have my needle and thread here, and I have it doubled up with a large knot at the end, and there may be more than one way to do this. I'm going to do a way that seems simple to me, and I'm just going to take the needle and poke it through the center of the ornament so that it will hang like this, and I'm just going to cut off from the needle here and create a knot. And mine's going to be kind of long, but I'll double it up here. And then I can open that little loop here, and it can be used to hang from my Christmas tree. So that is an option. If you don't want to do that, then ignore this step, and we will go ahead and attach these together. So this is when you'll need to get out your glue dots, and I've given you 12, so you'll have, I think you might need 8 for this at least, more if you want to, but get these glue dots. They are sticky, as they should be. Okay, so I've got my glue dots here. And I think the easiest way to do it is one section at a time. And I only put glue on one side of the little diamond shape here. And I'll just take this dot and I'll stick it to one side, press it really good. And you can kind of use your finger to keep it on the paper that you want it on and pull it off of this strip. So now I have my glue dot on there, and I'm going to take it and attach it to my other portion of this ornament. And you're going to kind of, it's kind of going to go together like gears, like on a watch. We'll put the point, this point to this point. So I'm going to line these up one at a time so that the glue doesn't stick to all kinds of things it shouldn't. So we've got one stuck together there, and then I'll skip one and go over to this next one. And again, sticking that glue dot on that side, using my thumb to kind of keep it. These are reattach. I think it's reusable, that's what they're called on the package, glue dots, so they can be attached and taken off and reattached, but it's best to just get it there right the first time, if at all possible. I know mistakes happen. So you can see they're kind of going together like gears. So we're gonna skip another one and put the glue. I hope you can see this. We've been doing virtual programming for like a year and a half, 2 years, and I'm still having a hard time getting my hands on the camera, I feel like. But okay, so we're gonna line this edge up with this edge, and that'll hopefully help us get that just right. And then press. Okay, it's coming together. It's gonna be very festive for sure. Okay, we're gonna skip that one again, go to this section. My glue dots are sticking to everything. Oh. Okay, press that on there good. Use your thumb to peel it back. Okay. I'm gonna line these lines up again best we can and press. Okay. You're just going to do this all the way around. I'm going to show you just in case I run into any issues so that I can help you, especially once you get to the end. There might be some little hang-ups. But line those up together. That one got a little messy, but I think it'll be okay. And again, I think I told you earlier in the videos, if something doesn't come out just right, just put that part closest to the back of the tree. No one has to know. Okay, the next one. I've also done this before. If you don't like glue dots, Miss Jamie helped me with my first attempt of this, and we used just Elmer's glue. You just gotta be a little more patient with attaching the pieces together, which I'm not very patient, so I like the glue dots. Okay, we're getting close to the end. I think we might have one more after this. Stick it in here. Looking good. Now just one more. Can be a little tricky once you get down to the nitty-gritty. But you can do it with a little bit of patience. Just press those together and voila! Whoop! There is your ornament without my little string. It happens. Maybe use a bigger ribbon and maybe tape it inside. Oh my goodness. All right, but that is how you attach the two pieces together with the glue dots. So I just did a glue dot on one side of this section, one side of each section, and press it together, and you should have enough adhesive there that's going to keep it together. They're not going to fall apart. My only advice from doing this one is maybe use a bigger thread, Maybe use some yarn or a metal hook if you're gonna hang it up as an ornament. But that is how you do it, and it is so cute. I love the dueling colors there. Very festive, look very pretty on any tree that you have. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that video and you have made your origami ornaments without too much frustration. I know it can be frustrating to make origami. I've made a few boo-boos on mine, but just turn that to the other side on your Christmas tree and no one will ever know. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.